Merry Christmas and welcome to
Who Knew?
and WhoVeteran, the show where we're going to be reviewing the Christmas special of Doctor Who, The Husbands of River Song, written by Stephen Moffat. Russell, what did you think of it? You're the WhoNoob. You've only experienced Doctor Who with the Peter Capaldi era,
Yes.
so you've never met River Song before.
No, I hadn't. I had no idea who she
So
was.
I am curious to see how much of an impact this episode had on you. You know, because this, for me, for someone who's been watching the show for over a decade, this has been something that's been set up to ever since 2008. They've been kind of building up to this point. So for me, it was very kind of satisfying.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how you would find this as someone who hasn't seen any of River Song's previous stories.
For me, it's probably one of the best Who's I've seen, I think.
Really?
Yep.
Actually, I'll agree that since, in the era that you've been watching, out of Series 8 and Series 9, I'll say this is probably up there as one of the best episodes out of the Peter Capaldi era.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. One of the best, and it last came on with Peter Capaldi, and yeah, definitely, I think, one of, if not my favourite Doctor Who episode that I've seen. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was really good. There were a couple of things that got to me a little bit, which I'll go through.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I loved it. How about you, man?
Yeah, I really liked it too. I mean, it's kind of weird that we went from Hellbent, which was written by Stephen Moffat, which we both disliked a lot.
Yeah.
To then this episode, which again is written by Stephen Moffat, but is so much better, and one of the things that annoyed me about Hellbent was that it was like, you don't have to face death, you can just face it whenever you're ready. Death ain't serious. Whereas that's not how death is like at all. Death is something that comes to us all, and it's final, and it's going to happen regardless of if we're ready for it or not, and we kind of just have to face that. So one of my problems with Hellbent was that it was all like, no, you can do it whenever you want.
And it sort of also undermined the other episodes beforehand. It sort of like the episodes beforehand, it was like, well, that didn't really matter.
Yeah, whereas this episode was kind of the opposite. It was sort of about accepting that the Doctor and River's time together is coming to an end. It's not much longer now until River sorta dies. And
24 years though.
Yeah, they've got 24 more years, but still, even with that sort of 24 years line, it's still the acceptance that things are coming to an end.
Yeah.
Which is basically the complete opposite to how Hellbent was like. So, yeah. Good job with this one, Moffat. Terrible job with the last one. Good job with this one.
Yeah, it was awesome. Should I go through some of my notes?
Yeah.
And questions. Okay, so
questions. What were you confused about?
Okay, so was the wife or River Song, was she from? I'm guessing she isn't from Gallifrey.
No, she's a human. Okay, so for anyone who hasn't seen for anyone who hasn't seen any Doctor Who from the Matt Smith era, and also the tail end of the David Tennant era, big spoilers ahead, just to let you know. So River Song is the daughter of two companions that the Doctor had at one point during the Matt Smith era, because they're a husband and wife. And anyway, so River Song's their daughter, but because she was conceived while the TARDIS was in flight, that meant that she had some DNA inside of her, which then some crazy organisation kidnapped her when she was a baby, and then did genetic experiments on her to bring out that exposure that she had to the time vortex while she was still in the womb, to make it so that she could regenerate and be a weapon against the Doctor to kill the Doctor. So anyway, so this is River Song's third incarnation, and also that's why she's 200. She ages at the more like a Time Lord does rather than a human. She doesn't have any more regenerations left though, because she gave them all to the Doctor to save his life. That isn't how he got past the limit though. It's a different story. So River Song was an assassin that was going to kill the Doctor, ended up falling in love instead, and she's been in a lot of Matt Smith episodes, and she was in one David Tennant episode. And that one David Tennant episode is basically the flip opposite of this, where the Doctor had no idea who River Song was.
Oh, right.
And River Song kept going, surely you must recognise me, stop pretending. And the Doctor's like, no, don't know you at all.
Yeah.
And of course she had just been through these events, and she mentioned Derillium and the Singing Towers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she mentioned the Doctor had a new suit, just had a haircut, cried, gave her the screwdriver. And so it was really neat to kind of see that all finally happen on screen.
So which one did she marry? She got married to the 11th Doctor. Which was?
Matt Smith. Previously.
Oh, so they brought her into...
But she first met the 10th Doctor, and anyway, in that first story she was in with the 10th Doctor, at the end of it she died. But then because of time travel, they keep meeting sort of in opposite directions. So River Song knows the most about the Doctor when the Doctor knows the least about her, and vice versa. You get what I mean?
That's awesome. That's cool. Why have the glasses back?
Yeah, it's sonic sunglasses.
Yeah, we got the
I like the new sonic screwdriver.
Yeah, that was cool.
In action.
Yeah.
I guess they're kind of like using them together. That kind of makes sense. You know, that there would be some cases where the sunglasses could be helpful.
Of course, that's why he used it.
Because he was scanning something to get information.
No. Because if he pulled out the sonic screwdriver, he would have given himself away to her. So he had to use the glasses.
But he was trying to give himself... That's a plot hole. You're right, it's just a plot convenience.
Yeah, do you reckon?
Yeah.
Like...
That's a good point, probably. I was thinking that, maybe they're going in the whole direction that he'll use the sunglasses for some things and the screwdriver for some other things, but you're right, that's probably just what it is.
Yeah.
We'll probably never see them again. That's actually kind of lazy.
Yeah, it's like, we need to fix this. You can't pull out the sonic screwdriver because she'll know. So...
Sunglasses!
Sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, not too sure how I feel about that. Still small flaw in what is otherwise a very good episode.
Yep.
Just while we're pointing out small little flaws, another little one I just want to point out is the fact that the guys who go to buy the diamond are also another civilization from another planet that are under rule by the same guy. That's a bit of a coincidence. That just happened to be another species from another planet that was ruled by...
I don't mind that so much. Because maybe that's probably why they wanted the diamond. That's why they were going to pay so much for the diamond.
Yeah, but they didn't know that that diamond was specifically in his head. I mean, anyone could have wanted that diamond because it was just worth a lot.
Yeah. But did they link it back to the fact that it was the old kings?
The diamond?
Yeah.
But I don't think the diamond ever was his king. Was it?
I don't know. It's, where I thought the bald guy was awesome. What's his name?
The guy from Little Britain?
Yeah. I thought he was really good.
Yeah. This was quite a funny episode. I think the dragging out River Song at times seemed a bit idiotic, not figuring out that it was the Doctor. But it was quite funny. That was the only place where the humour didn't quite work, was just, it took so long for her to figure out that was actually the Doctor. But overall though, I found the humour in this to be very funny and actually worked. Usually I'm not too into the goofy episodes, but this was one that I really dug.
Yeah.
Because the humour, one, was very original. It didn't feel like jokes that were on repeat from previous episodes, which Stephen Moffat kind of has a tendency to do. So a lot of it felt very fresh and original. Plus also there were some very good emotional scenes that kept it grounded too.
Yeah.
And most scenes had a sense of urgency and threat to them as well. You constantly felt like their lives were in danger, which also helped.
One scene I didn't think worked was the bag scene where he was laughing at the...
Oh, I love that scene.
Did you? I liked the idea that it's funny, but I just felt like, I thought in that scene some of the acting was a little bit forced.
I don't know, the laugh did sound a bit fake at times.
And it's more the laughing.
But overall though, I like that scene because it kind of just admitted to how ridiculous everything is in this episode.
His entrance to the TARDIS was awesome. You'd always want to see
it done properly.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Have the Doctor and Riversong travelled in time? Oh yeah, had they travelled in time when they get to that criminal ship?
Had they travelled? Yeah, when they went to the criminal ship.
Yeah, because part of me.
I think she must have time travelled not by much. It seemed like more or less the same time period, but probably just a little bit so that she could get the timing just right for the meteor strike. I'd imagine. Had a guess.
Yeah. Do we have any other questions? Good monologue from Riversong.
Yeah.
In the scene where she's talking about, you won't find the Doctor. He won't come save me.
He doesn't love her back.
Yeah.
And all that. That was good. And Alex Kingston's performance was great.
She was amazing.
I mean,
I thought a lot of it. She stole the show.
Yeah. I mean, Alex Kingston. She is a great actress, and so is Peter Capaldi. It was great seeing them both together. They worked really, really well together.
Yeah.
Especially considering the fact that they're of a similar-ish age. Whereas
Yeah.
beforehand with Matt Smith and Alex Kingston, that was a bit odd because there was like a 20-year age gap between them, and it did really work though, which is a big testament to how great both Alex Kingston and Matt Smith are as actors. They managed to make that feel believable, despite how clear the age gap was between the actors. But here, it really, really worked because it's even more believable now. Plus, great performances.
Yeah, and I thought when she realised who he was too, there was this solid relationship that sort of became clear to us, especially for someone who didn't know who Riversong was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't seen her before, or her relationship with the Doctor, and her not knowing who he is, and then as soon as she clicks, it was like, yeah, that's.
Yeah, and the Doctor says hello, sweetie, which is what Riversong usually says to the Doctor in most episodes. So it was really cool. It was cool to see that be reversed.
Did you like what I didn't like? I thought it was I kind of thought it was silly. I don't know. Maybe you thought differently, but when he put the money thing on the head of the.
I quite liked that. That was a nice little setup and payoff. How they set it up earlier on in the episode, and then when it dropped down from the roof and the Doctor grabbed it. You know, it didn't feel forced or like it kind of came out of nowhere. It was like, oh, they set that up and now here's a good payoff.
But how did that fit?
I don't know, he just, clamped it onto where the heads usually go.
Yeah.
And it was cool, it makes sense because, money is very well protected, all those firewalls, and it kind of burnt them out. By the way, while we're talking about that dude, that big cyborg guy, he kind of looked like something out of Warhammer 40k to me.
Oh, I haven't played that.
Yeah, tabletop game.
Yeah.
It looked a lot like something out of Warhammer.
Yeah.
Just random side note. I just wrote it down in my notes here.
The only other note I've got there was the ending, and I thought
Yeah.
the ending was just tops. And
and how it says they lived happily forever after. That was really good because that's true. Happily forever after does just mean time in real life. There is such thing as happily forever after. It's just that it's not meant to be taken literally. And I like that. That's a very Moffat thing to do, and that's the kind of thing Moffat's good at.
Yeah, and it really gets you like that last scene,
Moffat thinks he's really great at the time travel stuff, which he can be on occasion.
Yeah.
But often as not, he just gets too complicated for his own good. What he's really good at is those more little things.
And the
like
human moments,
Yeah. Well, the human moment, the subtle, small human moments. Because when he tries to be big and over the top and dramatic, like he did between the Doctor and Clara and Hellbent, it just falls apart and feels forced. He's good at the small, little human moments. And that's how this episode went. It kept... The emotions never felt like super big and dramatic. It just felt...
real.
It felt real and subtle.
Yeah.
And that's when Moffat's at his best. When he's doing real and subtle emotions with clever original humour.
Yeah.
And sometimes time travel and shenanigans can fit in there sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that's all my notes.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all my notes too. It was really good. I also like the idea of a cruise ship entirely full of criminals.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'd love to see that concept sort of done again in a more serious episode.
And darker.
Yeah, because that would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
Because it's a really cool concept, and I'd like to see it kind of come back up again in a more serious, darker episode.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah. So, out of 10, what would you give The Husbands of Riversong?
Can I do a 0.5 this time?
Yeah, whatever you want.
9.5.
Wow. 9.5
9.5.
out of 10. Well, okay.
And I mean, I know I said there were things I didn't like, but overall, in the last scene, just
Yeah.
pushed it up there for me.
Overall, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
It was really great. I can't quite give it. You know, I thought it was great. I wouldn't quite give it a 9 simply because there were some little moments that didn't quite make sense. Just the Doctor using the sunglasses, like you just pointed out. The king, I can never remember his name. The king that Riversong is married to. Anyway, his logic for blowing up the planet didn't quite make sense. He's just like, I'll burn this world, but it's your world. I don't threaten my own people unnecessarily, so why are you doing it now? Because I'm cross. And just that felt kind of forced. And like, we need some kind of threat, just shove it in there regardless if it makes sense. And also, the other guy River was married to, the handsome bloke.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. He was a weak link. He was very shallow and just two-dimensional.
Yeah.
But overall though, really great, really enjoyed it. One of the best things Moffat has written in ages.
You might have talked me down to a 9.
You're just going to go for a 9 now?
I think you've talked me down to a 9.
Okay, so you're changing to just a 9.
Just a 9. I
Okay.
still really like that.
Yeah. I mean, 9 is,
you do-
9 is almost
9
a 10 out of
almost,
10.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty high, and so is an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, great episode. Definitely the best Christmas special we've had in goodness knows how many years. And yeah,
Keep up the good work.
here's hoping Series 10 will be on a similar level of quality, if not higher. And also here's hoping we get a good companion. Good new companion for Series 10.
I thought that guy might have ended up being...
The guy they gave the diamond to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, well, I like that they didn't introduce a new companion here. They closed off the Riversong storyline, and now we can get a new companion in Series 10.
Yep.
Which, by the way, on the Riversong storyline, I never want to see her again now. Not because I don't like her, it's just because...
It ended nicely.
It ended nicely. It's a whole complete story arc, character arc, and we don't need to see her again in the show. Now, with that said though, I'm more than open to seeing her again in, say, like, books and audios. I mean, Big Finish have got several audios coming out with Riversong in them, and I'm really looking forward to those, because I have complete faith in whatever Big Finish does. But in the actual main show itself, though, I don't want to see River again, because his story's complete, and it's done, and it's time that we accept that, and we move on. Cool. Yeah. Anyway, cool. Thanks for watching.
Yeah,
Hope you all had a great Christmas
Yeah.
and a Happy New Year. Bye-bye.